हेलो
हेलो
गाइस।
गाइस। वेलकम टू पाकिस्तानी रियल रिएक्शन। तो कैसे हैं आप सब? उम्मीद है आप सब बढ़िया होंगे और मजे में होंगे। मेरा नाम है
मैं
मुदस्सर।
हूं मुबशर। इंडियन S400 वर्सेस पाकिस्तान HQ9 डिफेंस सिस्टम, मतलब कंपैरिजन एक्सप्लेन। मतलब इनका कंपैरिजन एक वीडियो एक अंग्रेज ने किया जो इस मतलब चीज़ में काफ़ी माहिर थिंक टैंक है। और किस तरीके से मतलब वाकई भारत तो पड़ा है, भारत का S400 और हमारा HQ9, इसमें नो डाउट यार। इतना इसने वो जिस तरह उम्मीदें पाकिस्तानी लगा के बैठे हुए थे उस तरीके से उसने काम नहीं किया। तो भाई क्या सीन है, इसका कंपैरिजन वीडियो है, देखते हैं, काउंट करते हैं। रेड वन एंड स्टार्ट।
India and Pakistan have been bombarded by both sides with loitering ammunitions. India operates the Russian-made S400 air defense system, while Pakistan has acquired the HQ9 from China. They're quite similar, as the HQ9 was a reverse-engineered by China based on the Russian S300 missile
चाइना ने
defense
रिवर्स
system.
इंजीनियर से बनाया।
We'll also explore the role of the S400, which is designed to counter high-speed, high-altitude threats, such as jets and ballistic missiles,
600
while the
किलोमीटर
shorter range Akash system is intended for engaging low-flying, slower-moving targets like helicopters and drones. More details all in the video ahead. Following Operation Sindoor, Pakistan reportedly deployed swarm drone tactics in a strike targeting an Indian military installation. The assault extended beyond a single site, with key military installations in several strategic cities coming under attack, including Awantipora, Srinagar, Jammu, Pathankot, Amritsar, Ludhiana, and even as far as Bhuj. Pakistani forces orchestrated a coordinated multi-wave offensive that involved both drones and missiles, marking a significant escalation in cross-border hostilities. In response to the growing aerial threat, India activated its advanced Russian-made S-400 missile defense system, which is specifically designed to intercept high-speed, long-range missiles.
इंटरसेप्ट कर लिया।
Complementing this was the deployment of India's indigenous Akash missile system, engineered to effectively target slower-moving threats such as loitering munitions and drones. These two systems worked in tandem, creating a layered defense network capable of responding to a wide range of aerial threats. While the S-400 is tailored to neutralize larger and faster ballistic or cruise missiles, the Akash system serves a critical role in countering lower-speed targets, including swarming drones and low-altitude ammunition. Together, they underscore India's strategic focus on maintaining versatile air defense capabilities amid an increasingly complex threat environment. Akash is a supersonic missile capable of flying at speeds up to Mach 2.5. That's more than 2.5 times the speed of sound. With a range of 25 to 30 kilometers, it can engage targets long before they pose a threat. Pakistan, on the other hand, uses the Chinese-made HQ9, which is essentially a reverse-engineered version of the Russian S300, not the S400 as sometimes mistakenly stated. Let's take a look at the primary differences between the two systems. The S400 features an impressive tracking range of 600 kilometers, approximately 370 miles, and an engagement range of 400 kilometers, which translates to around 250 miles. In comparison, the HQ9 has a tracking range of 250 kilometers, about 155 miles, and an engagement range of 120 kilometers. This is roughly around 75 miles. As mentioned earlier, the S400 and the HQ9 come from a similar lineage. So let's take a general look at how these systems work. A typical S400 system is made up of 6 main parts: the missile launch vehicle, a mobile command and control post, the long-range surveillance radar known as Big Bird, the engagement and fire control radar called Gravestone, an all-altitude acquisition radar, and a mobile mast system. Each component plays a vital role in the overall functionality of the system. Let's take a closer look at each of these elements. The missile itself is, of course, central to the system. The launch vehicle that carries these missiles is typically the Baz tractor truck. These TEL vehicles house up to 4 launch tubes, which can carry a variety of missile types designed for different ranges and target profiles. There are 4 primary types of missiles in the S-400 system. First, a short-range missile with a reach of around 40 kilometers. Second, a medium-range missile capable of hitting targets up to 120 kilometers away. Third, a
range की है
long-range
मुख्तलिफ।
missile that can strike at distances of approximately 250
ये
kilometers.
S400
Finally, the very long-range missile, which can engage threats up to 400 kilometers away.
तब इसको
These
400
missiles allow
है।
the S-400 to create a flexible and layered defense envelope. Now let's move on to the radar systems, which are key to the S-400's advanced targeting and tracking capabilities.
तीन इस
The
तरफ
first
से
and
है।
most prominent radar is the 91N6E Big Bird,
Full battery
NATO
होती है ना?
reporting name Tombstone. This acquisition and battle management radar is mounted on an 8x8 trailer. It can detect and track a wide range of aerial targets, including aircraft, rotorcraft, cruise missiles, ballistic missiles, and drones, up to a distance of 600 kilometers.
600 किलोमीटर पे डिटेक्ट कर देता है।
It can simultaneously track up to 300 targets, making it one of the most advanced mobile
300
radars in the
टारगेट्स को
world.
एक समय पे ट्रैक कर सकता है।
Next is the
300
Fire
मिसाइलों
Control
को।
and Target Tracking Radar, also known as Gravestone. This multifunctional radar has a range of about 400 kilometers and is responsible for guiding missiles to their targets. It is sometimes referred to as an all-altitude detector due to its ability to track threats at various elevations. There is also the 40V6 Muddasser unit, which is used to detect low-flying targets that try to evade detection by using terrain masking. Some experts argue that the 40V6 is not a radar itself, but rather an optional mast tower that can elevate radar units for better line-of-sight coverage. Either way, it enhances the system's ability to detect threats flying close to the ground. The entire operation is managed from a mobile command and control post, typically mounted on a truck. From here, operators control the entire engagement sequence, from initial detection to the final missile launch. Let's walk through the basic step-by-step process of how the S400 system operates in a combat scenario. At the first step, the Big Bird long-range surveillance radar detects incoming targets. As mentioned, it can track up to 300 targets simultaneously. This information is relayed to the command and control center. At this stage, the system determines whether the target is hostile or friendly. Once a threat is confirmed, the command center decides whether to engage and, if needed, receives authorization from higher command. Once engagement is authorized, the command post instructs the launchers to fire the appropriate missile. The type of missile used depends on the range and nature of the target. Notably, the system typically launches 2 missiles per target to maximize the chance of a successful hit, one primary and one backup. The missiles are guided to the target using the engagement radar. This radar works in real time with the surveillance radar, continuously updating the missile's trajectory based on the target's movements. At step 5, for low-flying threats, such as cruise missiles or drones trying to avoid detection, the mobile mast system comes into play. It can detect these targets even when they're flying under radar coverage and allows the command post to initiate a missile launch with mid-range interceptors to neutralize them. In terms of capacity, the S400 system can track up to 300 targets at once, engage 60 to 80 of them simultaneously, and guide up to 160 missiles in flight. Considering it usually launches 2 missiles per target, this capacity makes it highly effective in high-intensity combat environments. Of course, no system is without limitations. While the S400 is formidable, especially against poorly coordinated or unprepared attacks, its effectiveness is still influenced by the weapons mix deployed alongside it. One key limitation is the curvature of the Earth, which restricts radar line of sight and can create blind spots, especially for low-flying objects. This means cruise missiles or aircraft flying close to the ground might not be detected until they're dangerously close, sometimes as little as 40 kilometers away. Despite these drawbacks, the S400 remains one of the most advanced and versatile air defense systems in the world. We also make original engineering content, so please subscribe and hit the notification bell for more videos.
एक बैटरी में भाई इतना कुछ है
60 से 80 टारगेट
600 किलोमीटर पहले डिटेक्ट कर लेता है 400 किलोमीटर की रेंज में मिसाइल छोड़ता है और जैसे ही मतलब इकट्ठे अगर 60 से 80 भी अगर इकट्ठे समझो सामने से ड्रोन में मिसाइल आ रहे हैं सारों को उड़ा देगा
आकाश डिफेंस सिस्टम है वो तो छोटे
छोटा हाँ करीब की चीजों का आकाश का
हेलीकॉप्टर हो गया या इस तरह उनको उड़ा देता है
भाई मतलब फिर जाहिर बात है अगर कुछ चीज है तो भाई रोक रही है ना
हमारा HQ9 क्या करे
उसकी तो रेंज ही नहीं है कोई मेरे ख्याल में
200 है, 200 पे 250 है।
200 पे डिटेक्ट करता है।
हाँ।
और जब करीब 140 के 150 पे जब आता है तो फिर वो 140 पे मेरे ख्याल में मिसाइल छोड़ता है।
यार लोकल कोई चीजें आए तो उनको तो डिटेक्ट आराम से कर लेता है, ब्रह्मोस जैसी मिसाइल आए उसको डिटेक्ट ही नहीं कर सकता।
कौन कर सकता?
अगर करे भी तो जितना वो डिटेक्ट करना शुरू करेगा उधर से आके बच जाएगी। ये फर्क है।
आपका इसके कहना है, अपने राय बताना, बहुत ज्यादा ख्याल रखना।